This is the Keep Scrolling podcast, and this show is for people with white dreads. You look like a tumbleweed, nigga. Stop doing this. All right, welcome to the show. This is the Keep Scrolling podcast, and my name is TJ Taylor, and we got a great episode for you today. This is an episode 4, obviously, and I'm gonna look at some Facebook posts. I'm gonna scroll and see what you guys are talking about. It's a little later in the day than I usually do it, which means more people should be on, right? Posting that funny, good content. So here we go. Let's see what we got. I appreciate all of the support, you guys. I really do. I mean, it makes me feel like what I'm doing is for a reason, even though I would do this anyway. So, yeah. All right. Here's a post. Don't try and vote for Bernie now. Y'all asses should have voted for him last election. Shaking my head, I roll. He's a year away from a heart attack. Like, can he survive a damn term? Shit, I would love him as president, but obviously he's too good to be true. And too many, and that's why he didn't win last election. But we will see as the speeches roll in. I'm tuning in. Y'all don't come on this shit debating. I don't feel like debating politics. Just putting my opinion out there. I guess we could start off with politics. And I would like to say, I agree with this. Bernie Sanders is old as shit. So goddamn old. How are we gonna even deal with a president this old? To me, it seems like Bernie's got the best policies, the best left-wing policies. Everybody else is basically copying the Bernie playbook. It looks like that whoever gets elected is gonna have a lot of this shit in their itinerary for shit to do. And I'd rather it be a younger person that we vote for. We shouldn't put some old guy in office and he dies in the middle of it, and now the vice president's got to step up, and no one likes when that happens. No one likes it. Here's another post. After a breakup, you either become depressed, a hoe, or a Facebook comedian. It do be some funny posts from females out here. Y'all be funny, bro. This is not Tinder. This is not done. There's a video of somebody using 2 spoons to cut a steak because that's just how tender it is. Which I guess that's good, but there's no brown. It's all pink. The outside looks great. It looks done, but you can't eat your steak like this, bruh. It's too bloody. I know some of you people like rare steaks, but this is too rare. He probably cooked this steak for a few minutes, 2 minutes. That's way too juicy. That's way too bloody. How do you eat a steak this bloody and you're not a lion or some shit? Rare is not done enough. What happened to salmonella, nigga? Y'all ain't scared of some sort of disease to come from this? John Wick was so damn good, will probably go see it 2 more times. I've been wanting to see that John Wick movie. I saw the other 2 and they were great. They were really good. And at the end of the second one, he was being hunted by the same Assassin's Guild he was a part of. Damn it. I can't wait to see what happens. Probably not going to go to the movies for that one. I'm just going to be honest. Got Spider-Man to watch. Got shit to do. We'll wait on that to come to Netflix or Hulu or wherever the fuck. Whoever picks it up first. Here's a picture of from the Avengers Endgame. I've been talking about this movie on every episode. It was good. People are still coming with those memes. And the memes be funny. But it's a picture of everybody charging in the battle at the end. And you got Spider-Man right out there. He's front and center. And he's swinging from something. There's no buildings out there. And whoever made this meme circled him. They circled him and then said, the fuck he swinging from? Which a lot of people who do Spider-Man media, as in video games and fucking movies and shit, they forget about this simple fact that he needs something to swing from. And I guess it's rough to just kind of, I don't know, figure out what it is a nigga gonna swing from. Especially when you're in the middle of a field battling. He would just run. He can just run. It's okay. Alright. So this is a post. It says, breaking news. Microsoft and Sony announces partnership for gaming and cloud services. So it looks like Xbox and PlayStation have called a truce. And there's a picture of the Microsoft guy and the Sony guy shaking hands. And then under that is Blood and Crips tying their flags together. And then there's a drawing of the Xbox console and the PS4 console hugging. So, I mean, I don't know what this means. There's going to be a lot of cross-platforming happening. There's going to be games that probably previously weren't on Sony that are going to be on Sony now, and vice versa. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. It's okay to clap for your friends if their dreams take off before yours. A lot of people don't do this anymore, man. We got to love our friends. We got to love the people that are doing good in life. Man, I have a friend that lives here, and the guy makes a shitload of money. He just got a raise at his job. He's an electrician, and that shit makes me feel good. And not for me at all. I'm happy for that man. Jesus Christ, you do your thing. He's making more than a lot of electricians make, even the good ones. And I appreciate his hard work, and I know how much he went through to get there. So, gotta appreciate that. Damn. The Deontay Wilder fight. He two-pieced the guy, and he fell out in the very beginning of it. Like, he hit the ground in the time it took to step up and put your guard up. He wasn't ready at all. He didn't think it was going to be that immediate. Now, he laying down on his back, looking up, trying to see where the nigga went. Like, he's still going to be, is he coming? Is he still coming? Oh. Yeah, he put him out fast as shit. Ugh. I don't even watch boxing like that. So, I knew that, didn't he say some shit like, if he dies, he dies. Like he said he was going to try to kill him or some shit. I would not want to fight a guy. I probably would be a little bit more prepared than this if a man said that to me. I'd be ready for anything. But he punched him twice, and that's how many punches he tallied for that boxing match. It's crazy. I've seen this post all week. Ladies, you be cool with your man getting a cut by her, and it's a woman in a barbershop. Her shorts are revealing most of her ass, and she's got on fishnets. It's not fishnets. It's a different type of fishnet stocking. It looks cool. She's climbing all up on his ass like a lap dance to get his edge up. She probably gets hella tips, but yeah, my woman wouldn't stand for this at all. And she probably is really bad at it. You never know. They just go to her. The guy in the chair doesn't look. His hair doesn't look that great yet. Maybe it hasn't. She hasn't been cutting that long, but I wouldn't go to her. I'm scared of going to white women because I've gone to a white woman before to get my hair cut, and she fucked it up. She had to call the nigga over to fix it. And that's what happens. You gotta be careful, man. Just go to the nigga. He's gonna at least get your edge up right for sure. Like, I've gone to niggas and they didn't do it right, but it wasn't what I wanted, but it wasn't ugly. It just wasn't what I wanted them to do. And I was mad as fuck. And I was really pissed when this white woman fucked my edge up. She didn't even really do nothing. She just kind of followed where it was fucked up. So the edge up was my fuck ups, which isn't what you want. You want the extra hair cut off. So the nigga came over and he got me right. It was ridiculous. I don't care how fine she is. She's gonna fuck you up. Let's talk about some of these southern states taking away the women's right to choose whether they want to get an abortion or not. How can you just tell somebody what they gonna do or what they not gonna do? What you not gonna do is get an abortion, which people have been doing for years. And to be honest, if women aren't gonna get an abortion from a doctor, they're gonna go somewhere. And you don't want that. You really don't, because that's even worse. Now it's illegal to get an abortion in certain states. And they just trying to get that shit to the Supreme Court, bruh. They're just trying to get that shit to the Supreme Court. Because if they do, then they know that Mr. Kavanaugh, who we obviously went through a lot of trouble trying to not get in there, he's in there now. And that guy is just gonna say, all right, well, I rule in favor of the abortion haters. And then these niggas ain't gonna be able to fucking get an abortion ever and across the whole nation. But weed's gonna be legal. That's gonna be weird. I know that's gonna happen. Weed is eventually gonna be legal all over the country. Of course, Alabama's gonna be the last one to legalize it, because they're last at everything. And fucking, you can't get an abortion. You can buy weed, but you can't buy an abortion. And that's awful. I hate opening my windows and doors for fresh air, and then some dusty motherfucker comes out of their house and smokes a cigarette. Yeah, that's happened to me. I had to stop that cigarette shit, man. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I gotta tell you, them shit stank. My fiance now is very much against cigarettes, and luckily I quit like the week before I met her. And I started vaping. And vaping is much better. You don't smell it at all. I mean, of course, when you hit it, you smell that whatever the fucking flavor is. But you don't really smell anything. But when you're smoking cigarettes, bro, you gonna smell that shit. No matter how much you wash your hands, no matter how much you clean yourself, you're gonna smell it. So I just say, man, fuck them cigarettes. I'm not gonna fucking deal with this. Then I met my girlfriend and she's like, oh, I hate cigarettes. And here I am, not smoking them because of that. I just bought this new vape because the one I had before, and to all you vapors out there, I don't give a shit what it's called. I don't give a shit how much it heats up or what the coils are like, man. What kind of coil did you got? I don't know. All I know is I was trying to find a vape that would closely mimic a cigarette at first. And I found a pretty good one, but I didn't really like it because it battery died fast and all this shit. There's a lot of shit to consider when you're buying a vape. So, yeah, I had to get something close to it. I ended up getting one that blows clouds. You couldn't adjust the wattage and all that shit. It was just a simple one, and it did puff out a lot of clouds. I got used to that, and so when I bought my new vape, it's a weird transition because this one isn't like that at all. It's just a fucking little cigarette puff. It's not that much going on. You just hit it. And then the last one, I fucked my button up. I was pushing it in real hard and fucking pushed it all the way in. The shit was still cooking. I was like, oh shit, oh fuck. And I unscrewed it real quick, took it off. And that's how I had to stop it from cooking. I bet you if I screwed that thing back on, the atomizer back on, that shit'll start cooking again. But I threw it away, and I got this fucker, and it's dope. This one solid piece, and then a magnetic mouthpiece where the coil is and all that. And you can fill it up 5 times before you have to replace it. And to replace it is like $4.50. So it lasts about 2 weeks. It's one solid piece. I love this fucking thing. And there's no button. You just hit it and it comes out. That's the best part of it. But can't do them cigarettes no more, man. So there's this post of a fucking, where is this? I assumed Africa, but it looks like Mexico. This fucking guy, he's peeling his foot like a potato with a knife because of how awful calloused his feet are. He's shaving it like it's fucking gyro lamb on that spindle. When they have the lamb on there, it looks like, oh my God. Ooh, it's so nasty. Oh shit. I'm finna share this right now. Gross. That's all I'm gonna put. That's nasty as fuck. And it's like, you know how when you cutting a potato and they got the brown spots on the inside? The nigga feet got that. His feet got that. They should have covered that up. That's explicit. Damn, that nigga been walking for miles. Nonstop. People out here falling in love through toilet bowls, and I can't even get a text back. There's a guy in jail, and I guess they're right next door to the female jail, because he uses a stack of styrofoam cups to talk through the toilet. The fucking toilet. She uses a paper towel roll. They're in prison. And it's crazy because, nigga, they having a full-fledged relationship. And I'm sure they never seen each other before. But she don't look that bad. And I guess you can't have too much of a. You can't be picky. You're in prison. And at least it's a woman. That's what I would say. At least it's a woman. You get out. If she's ugly, you say, hey, man, that was nice what we did in there. And it's over now because, nigga, I think you're ugly. You don't say that to her because she probably went to jail for killing a nigga who said she was ugly. This nigga took 2K to the hospital where his baby was being born. They got the baby on the mama got the baby laying on the bed. Now, I was in the hospital for a long time after my baby was born. I was in there for quite a while. And it was a lot of sleeping because we got there at 2, almost 3 in the morning. And we stayed there until our baby was born at 12, like 12 in the noon. So I was up. Well, Ebony let me sleep a little bit. She wasn't that bad. You know how you going through the contractions and shit. She was in the early stages of that when I fell asleep. She didn't need me that much, you know. And by the time I woke up, it was probably an hour or two I slept. I didn't even sleep that long. But when I woke up, she was still in the same spot. Still, you know, trying to deal with the contractions. They were a little bit stronger when I woke up, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So if I was awake and I wanted to play 2K, I'm sure it wouldn't have been a problem, right? After the baby's born, mommy sleep, baby sleep. The baby sleep in this picture. And yeah, man, bring 2K up there, play it while they sleep. I think that's okay. If you're dealing with a real woman, she shouldn't have to ask you for anything because a real man should know what she needs and provide by any means. Anyway. This is the thing. Relationships are different. People always try to put like their rules and what they think about their relationship on everybody else's. You don't know. You don't even know. I mean, me and the way that I am as a person, I've always been told that working is key. You gotta work. You can't do anything unless you're working. You gotta have a job, making money, and you gotta do the best you can do. And if you can't, you know, do amazing, you can do something, you know. So that's just always how I've been taught, and that's always what I've done. But I've never, and I have to take care of my mom and her kids and my brothers and sisters. I've had to do that sometimes, and I only have the one brother, but my little sisters for sure. I've had to take care of them. And so when I got my family, it was just natural. Like I just naturally knew that's what you're supposed to do, take care of your family. But some women have this idea of like, oh, I need a man that's gonna take care of me, the man that's gonna do everything. I saw a post where a bitch said, my bills and me don't come separate. You gotta pay my bills if you want to be with me, get my nails done and all that shit. And that's a woman that will never be in love with anyone if that's what she values. You gotta look at your relationship and realize and understand what it is that you need. What is it that me and my woman need? Is it better if she takes care of certain shit and I take care of certain shit? Or is it best for right now that she isn't doing anything because of whatever reason, and I do all of the shit. And it's not like a, man, my woman ain't shit. She ain't doing shit. It's more of a, this is what needs to be happening right now because of this. This is our situation. You never know what life is gonna bring. You might end up broke and not working too, and she gotta pick up all the work. You never know. So I don't know. Just be the person that you want people, or your significant other especially, to be to you. You can't cheat on a girl that knows about psychology. You'll cheat on her and she'll tell you it's because your mother never loved you as a child and your fear of abandonment makes you ruin things. Now you're depressed. Yeah, I wouldn't date a woman who knew about my insides and know about my fucking motivations. Bitch, I don't want you to know my motives. Just take me at what I say. Don't look at my micro expressions. Fuck. Here's a post. Now this is a post of women. They're marching about the abortion ban and all this shit. And a woman is holding a sign that says, "Ejaculation is murder." First of all, not if you ejaculate inside a woman. That's not murder. That's actually creation of life. If it works. Sometimes it don't work. But anyway, under that, it's cropped under, well, on top of another picture of a boy who looks like he's taking school photos for his band, the school band. And it's his face. It's mostly his face, and then superimposed like it's in his brain. You know how they used to do the pictures of you looking in one direction and then you standing like phased into the fucking picture in the background. And he's standing there with this fucking flute. He's a flutist. And it's like he's thinking about himself. And it says, "I can't stop killing," because he jerks it a lot. I think that's funny. It's bullshit to explain. That's a lot of explaining to do. I gotta figure out where to post these at so y'all can see what I'll be talking about. I'm just gonna share it. Here's a post. There's this meme of Lisa Simpson doing a presentation, and there's a whiteboard behind her, and she has cards in her hand and stuff. And on it, somebody wrote, "Why can't white people say nigga? We made it up." And you would think that makes sense. I made up this word. How come I can't say it? But y'all niggas know how much pain went behind that. A lot of white people today don't even understand the pain behind the word. So they just see a word that they've always been taught that they can't say. And they don't think about the fact that, oh, this word carries history of pain and suffering. It's crazy. White people, don't say it. That's the one thing. That's the one thing you can't do. Cardi B. She is in a video dancing like in a green room somewhere. And she's wearing a black and red wig. And I'm wondering, like, what is going on with our society? Black and red wig, big fake tits, big fake ass. Is this what all our women are striving to do with their bodies? I'm not one of these guys who are like, no, you shouldn't do that. Don't wear makeup. Don't wear your natural hair, all that. But at the same time, like, this shit just goes kind of far, right? I mean, it goes kind of far. And then if you can't achieve that level of of comfort with yourself without all this body augmentation. I mean, what is it? What is it that'll make you happy, women, with your body? What is it? Is it this? If it's that, then you got to look for happiness somewhere else, if you ask me. But hey, I'm not the type of guy who tells women what to do with their bodies. All right, I'm going to stop right here. We got to do our commercial break. I also got to piss. So I'll be back. We're going to go to the commercials right now. Commercials. Well, guys, usually I come up with these a little bit ahead of time, but this one is gonna be a freestyle. All right. Tired of are you tired? Are you tired? You should definitely do this. Do this new product. It's called Wakey Bake. Wakey Bakes. And this is a cookie that you can make, and despite the name, there is no weed in it, but there is tons of caffeine. It's like a energy cookie. You eat it, it's got that same great taste as a regular chocolate chip cookie, but this one, it gives you tons of energy. Have you been trying to run that 5-mile race? You've been trying to be healthy without eating healthy? Well, this is your chance with energy cookies. Just one, and you'll be running for 6 days straight. There's meth in it. Energy cookies. I saw a strip club across the street from a mini golf place, and I'm liberal, but that's too much for me. What if you're just trying to have a nice afternoon with your family? Then your kids look across the street and they have to see a bunch of losers playing mini golf. I wasn't ready. I didn't pre-read that before I read it just now. People are so funny, man. If there was a strip club across the street from a mini golf place, wouldn't you go play mini golf with your friends? And after, just stop by the strip club a little bit. Play a little mini golf, have some strippers. It's just, to me, that's just how you do it. Here's a post. This pisses me off. See the different B-Day messages between Future and Russell to Little Future? And, alright, it's a picture on Instagram. Both of them are on Instagram. And Future said, it was something about that rollie when it first touched my wrist, which is a Meek line. And he credited Meek. And it's a picture of his son looking fly. He's got his little hat on backwards. Something painted on his face. I don't know what event this is, and he's got a Rolex on because he's a rich baby. And here's a picture of Russell Wilson posted, and it's of him and the baby in a go-kart, and they're both smiling to take a picture. It's a cute pic. And Russell Wilson said, from the moment we came into each other's worlds to now. I'm going to read it with like that Lord of the Rings narrator voice. From the moment we came into each other's worlds to now. 5 years later, you have changed my life and my heart for the better. You are the greatest gift I could have ever asked God for. I will always love you, guide you, teach you, and care for you. Happy 5th birthday, Future. Papa Russ loves you. And it's like, people judge people from very little. There's not much in this to judge from, but it looks like they have managed to do it. And it's kind of fucked up when you think about it, because you don't really know how much Future does. You don't really know what Russell and Sierra is telling this nigga. Like, we just don't know. I mean, how could we know? I don't like it. I don't like the fact that we do fathers like this. Like, man, this guy's son is just fine. And there's nothing wrong with what he said about his son. He doesn't have all those words for him. Maybe that meek line means a lot more to him than you think. Leave this nigga alone. Let him father his son however he wants. They're rich. It's not like his son gonna be hungry or nothing. They rich. Here's a post. Caption is, what school do they go to? And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pregnant Mexicans. And a lot of them have painted their bellies. So it looks like a pregnant mother event, maybe a baby shower, because they're all friends and they got pregnant together. But I think the oldest girl in this picture probably is 16. The youngest girl in this picture is probably 14. So, if you ask me what school they go to, I don't know. Probably somewhere in Grand Prairie. I don't like Grand Prairie very much. There's this post about a picture. And this picture is, you guys probably seen this by now. It's a white woman with her ass out. She ain't got no panty drawers on, but her bra is on. But there is hands all over her body, 6 hands to be exact, and they are groping and grabbing and pulling at her in different directions. Each of these hands are painted a hue of black, of black skin. So it's almost like black hands instead of blackface. And they're all groping her. And it says #HateBetter at the bottom. What does this mean? I've seen this so many times and I've been trying to come up with a opinion about it. But I genuinely don't know what it means. Like, if you're just walking and you see this and you just see black hands on a white body, you're like, oh, that's pretty racist. You know, you got all these black hands groping at a white body. And then you notice that they're painted and it's white people's arms doing the grabbing. And then you're like, okay, well, is it saying white people think black people are doing all the rape and injustice against women, but it's really actually white people too? I don't know. I just don't know what it means. Okay. Here's a post. I mean, here's a comment on this. It says, they are painted black. Black men are more likely for rape and violence than white men, even if they aren't the ones doing it. That's how I see it. At first, I didn't realize they were all painted, just some of them, but you can see they are all somewhere on them. So I think she's saying that people think black men are more likely to do the rapes, and it's not. Oh well, I spent too much time on this. Name this rap group, and there's 4 white people doing black stuff. Well, I don't know. Can they rap is the question. We're gonna take that one out. I don't care about that. Here's a post. Do you guys remember that McDonald's R&B commercial? That shit was so goddamn funny. I woke up and found you creeping. And that bitch went to McDonald's to get some nuggets. Got that McDonald's loving. Boy, that shit. Man, I remember every time this commercial came on, I got ready, nigga. I got ready to do the song. I knew it. I knew the whole song front and back. Shit was great. I woke up and saw you creeping. Imagine if schools actually help kids identify their strengths by exploring their talents from a young age and growing their skills over the 12 years instead of letting them all follow the same routine and leaving them confused in life after graduation. That's true. I mean, but we've made it so the responsibility of finding out what you want to do is on yourself. And I'm sure there's a lot of schools with teachers who try to help cultivate those different, dreams and goals that kids have. But this is the thing. I used to always feel like I'm going to be the kid who does music. I do music. I love music so much. I still do to this day. When I was 16, I made my first beat. And I felt like this is what I always wanted to do since then. Like growing up. Bam. Trying to sell beats, trying to get better, trying to make myself have that professional sound. I want that professional sound in my music. And when I had my son, it put stuff in perspective. It makes you say, okay, how important is this to you really? And is it worth going through everything that you're going to have to go through to accomplish this goal? Is it worth it to, put your son and your family at risk to jump out into this business venture? Because now you're 20. How old was I when I had my son? I'm 26 now. Last year, 25. I was 25, and it was like, hey, look, 25, man. What are you gonna do? Is this gonna be it? Because if it is, you got a lot of shit to go through, and your son might have to be, hungry sometimes. Your son might have to, miss out on a lot of stuff. But if this is your dream and you really feel like you can make it, then that has to be worth it. And I realized that it was not worth it, not to me, because I don't want that for him. I don't want him to have to struggle for shit. So, yeah, I realized that I like to podcast a lot more. And this isn't the only show I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a lot of different shows, and I really think that not that I can make money off of it, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing this more so than I did making music. So that's what I'm gonna do. So here's a video. It's called Boyfriend Challenge. Can your boy take a hit? You let your girlfriend give you that motherfucking heat, punch the shit out of you in the face, and see if you could take it. And according to this slow-mo video of a woman punching a man in the face, that shit looked like I would not be able to take it. She fucking falcon punched that nigga. He went to the floor holding it. Oof. Yeah, nah, hell no. I'm not gonna let my girlfriend punch me in the face like that. He had his eyes closed. The nigga didn't even see it coming. Can't do that. Cannot do that. Here's a video. It's a woman. She's wearing a romper, and it's tight. It's very tight around her very big booty, and it's got cookies on it, chocolate chip cookies all over it. That's the design print of it. She poured milk on her ass and started twerking. And don't get me wrong, it looks, it's always nice to see an ass twerking. But why did you pour the milk on there? I know it got cookies, but now there's milk running down your leg. You gotta go take a shower after this video. I don't know. Everybody wants likes, and that's what all that was for. Likes. You know your girl ugly when your friends and family say, bro, as long as you happy, bro. I'm not picky. I'm not a picky guy. And I've had some girlfriends in the past that were questionable, to say the least. I don't really like to, talk about, my sexual escapades, but nigga, I was not picky. I've never been picky. But it's always a weird situation with me. There's one girl I met like at our church, and she did some funny shit and it made me interested, so I got her number. Then there's one girl at the club, and she looked cool in the dark, but I was already committed to it by that time. It's too late. So I don't know. Sometimes you end up with ugly bitch and your friends say, man, that's good. That is good for you. Here's a post. Do girls take men out and pay? Lol. Man, that's never happened to me. I think women have a sense of entitlement when it comes to that. Nigga, you want to ask me out, you better pay for it. And that's just because women don't ask men out. I feel like if you ask somebody out, you got to pay. You ask them. Unless you say that up front. Hey, do you want to go on a date and you could pay for your shit and I could pay for my shit? But that's not really, no woman's going to say yes to that. Florida police caught using mug shots of black men for target practice. Bruh, that's scary as fuck. That is scary as fuck. How could you do that? White people don't care about us. All I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. Michael Jackson was right. Here's a picture of one of those court TV shows, and there's a woman, I guess it's the defendant or the plaintiff or whoever. Bro, she got braids, but nigga, not all over, cause some of that ain't braids. It's like whoever did her hair tried to give her the ponytail up top, the top bun, and then the hair down on the sides. But there's a good 4 or 5 inches between the bun and the next set of braids. And it's like, why would you go on TV like this? Where's whoever you're cool with to tell you that, nigga, this ain't it? Nigga, this ain't it. Black women and other women too, we have to get, us too, men, we could do this too. We just got to be more gentle than a woman has to be. You got to start telling these bitches when their hair is fucked up. We don't want our women looking crazy. We got to be better about it. Black women, tell them. You don't got to be mean. You could just tell them, It's crazy. It's crazy, bruh. There are a lot of festivals that happen that are supposed to be very fun festivals that, Coachella, Burning Man, all these festivals. To me, I would go. There's just a lot of shit that I personally wouldn't be able to deal with for several days. Like, one, bruh, I ain't trying to be just outside like that. You know what I'm saying? Burning Man, nigga, you might as well bring a Winnebago, cause you can't shower, nigga. You can't do shit. You just out there. And then like Coachella's kind of the same. It's like 3 days or so, but at the same time, you is just out there. I guess you can get a hotel or something, but nigga, it ain't really. To me, that's not fun. You know, just outside, a lot of people. It's just a big outdoor club, which is the worst. It's the worst fucking thing. Here's a post. Mexicans really be in McDonald's asking for chicken nuggets. And then a Mexican dude posted, black girls be at Wendy's asking for a fofofo. Fofofo. White people are in both places asking for a manager. we all are the same. We all have those things we do, well, except white people. But the rest of us are the same, man. We can't speak English good. Can't. It really don't matter how. It really don't matter how good or not. There's still, see what I just said. It don't matter how good or not. You just can't. You just don't speak it that well. Here's a picture. It says guys really live in apartments like this and they don't see any issues. And it looks like it's a apartment with just a lazy boy and a TV and a PlayStation set up. And somebody said, sorry, we understand this economy and don't waste our money on dumb shit like 3 wooden arrows that say live, laugh, love, which is in every fucking person's house that I've gone to where there's a woman. If there's not a woman there, then it's either like a Yankee jersey and, you know, a collection of hats on a wall, and that's it, and just, you know, some furniture. That's it. We don't decorate our shit like that. Women do. If you go in your man's house, your homie's house, and that nigga's shit is decorated, he's definitely in a relationship. It's how it works. When does the next batch of men come out? Because these ones are stale. Men, listen, bruh. Listen. Niggas, I was just talking about women earlier and their fucking hair and fake tits and ass. Men do that shit too, but it's just better because it's not physical. It's like we worried about money. Like the more money you have as a man, the more desirable you are based on our social economy. Men who have more money typically are more popular and more looked at as, you know, sexual options for women. So we do shit like try to get better jobs. We do shit like, you know, sell weed or whatever the fuck niggas do. And it's all for more money. And women are looking for more of what gets them noticed by men and stuff like that, and that's ass and titties. And it shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that. But men, I think that our motivations are fucked up because it's all about pussy. It's always been about pussy. We just want to be able to get pussy when we want to get pussy. But it's still better to try to better your situation financially. It's always good to do that. And whatever your motivation is, as long as that's the goal, I mean, get more dividends, stack more chips. Women, y'all goal should be that too. And not to buy an ass. Like, not to stack more chips to buy an ass. That's fucked up. To me, that's a waste of money. You just want to look different. And I'm not saying that you can't. Like, you can. I don't think it should be illegal or anything, but think about why you're really doing this. Why are you really buying that big fake ass? Huh? So you can want men to fuck you? It's not good, bro. Never smoking weed with Mexicans again. I asked who got papers and they took off running. I've smoked weed with Mexicans, and the younger people been here. This is an older Mexican problem. My son would not be interested in that at all. Baby Shark, the soul R&B version. My baby don't give a damn. He wanna he wanna dance. Nigga ain't sliding around like Usher on a Confessions tour. He just wants to bounce up and down. So I got a new car. It's a 2012 Jetta. It's turbo diesel engine. It drives like a fucking dream. I love it. It picks up really fast. And I can do whatever it is that I want to do in that fucking car when it comes to driving it. You know, when you're on getting on the highway and your car sucks and you hit the gas trying to pick it up to the 70 and it fucking takes forever. Well, not in this fucking car. I shouldn't speed up that fast. The shit is way too much pickup. Way too much. I'm too old for Netflix and chill. We're gonna get some KFC and fuck. Chicken and dickin'. Chicken and dickin' is amazing. Netflix and chill is, well, my fiance is tired at night. She's a morning person. She gets up early. So, and I'm opposite. I work from 2 to 10 in the afternoon. And when I get off work, I'm ready to party. And she be ready to go to bed. So it's Netflix and chill doesn't work for us. It has to be like that perfect time in the morning before the baby wake up, but after I'm not too tired. So someone's white grandma twerking on a couch. Well, twerking on their bed. She's obviously not doing it right. And it looks like she's wearing a diaper. And she's not wearing a bra. But there is like a nightgown on. But you can see them nips. Granny. You're not attractive doing this. People gotta teach their grandparents to get themselves under control. You can't be like the young ones. Here's a post. Not all heroes wear capes. And there is a fraternity group doing some sort of routine. And a white woman, drunk probably. It's like they're in the street and it's almost like a yard, you know, when you're in college, if you have been, Usually the fraternities have a day or something that they hang out in the yard and they do all their fraternity shit. I guess it's when they trying to find recruits. And these niggas are doing the shit, and a drunk white woman comes out and tries to pretend to do it with them. And a not as drunk black woman grabs her ass by the hair and pulls her back out of the formation. Because them niggas would have been very upset. They don't care about you being a woman. Bitch, you get the fuck out of here. Or they would have just ran your ass over like you wasn't there. And they don't care either. They do that shit. Don't get in the middle of it, nigga. I really hate when you go to a party while you're in college and the fucking fraternities are there. Oh, it sucks every fucking time. Because what they do is the whole fucking time they're doing this goddamn step routine in a circle throughout the party, and you have to make that path, or they're gonna run you over. And some of these are big fellas, right? A lot of fraternities they get big fellas in there, especially when you a Q dog. There's a certain type of nigga they're looking for, and they don't give a shit. You're in the way, they're gonna run you over. And then that makes the party way more tight. You're standing neck and neck, shoulder to shoulder with everybody. And these fuckers are making this circle, which makes everybody back up. And now you can't dance at all because these niggas are dancing. And then once the Q dogs get out of the circle, the Kappas follow right in with them. So now it's Kappas now. And these niggas ain't gonna knock you over, but they got the canes. And you don't want to be in the way when they got the cane. Yeah, I hate that shit. Here is some good fucking news. Morehouse College investor pays off $40 million in student loan debt for graduating class. Holy shit. Thank you, my brother. You are great. You're great. All right, so here's a post. This is an Energy Shield Master. You know how them fake karate masters be trying to pretend like they using chi to, shoot a ball at you and then knock you out. You ever seen this shit? So this guy says he can hold up an energy shield, and he dares a man to punch him in the face. Now, when he did this, dared the man to punch him, he didn't give any guidelines at all. And he should have probably said, all right, one punch, and you try to punch me in the face, and on the count of 3. That's what you say. You don't just say, hey, come here, we're going to sit, because they're on their knees, and they're going to sit across from each other, and I'm going to put up my shield, and then you try to punch me. Because this nigga was not ready. And the man practices some sort of martial art, because this nigga's punches are elite, nigga. Elite. He is awful for doing this, because he's just saying, man, all this is bullshit. And he probably asked for a volunteer, which is not the best thing to do either, because you say, you, come here. And you point to a small woman, and you you hope to God that she's not going to try to punch you in the face for real. And you give her some guidelines. That's where you fucked up, okay? You didn't give any guidelines. You're supposed to say, now what you're going to do is punch me one time. You didn't do any of this. So that guy fucked his ass up. He gave him 3-piece. He grappled with him at first, and then uppercutted him. And the guy damn near got knocked out. Alright, I'm gonna end it there. This episode is brought to you by Wake and Bakes, and I appreciate you listening to it. This is gonna change pretty soon. This show format, just everything about it is gonna be different pretty soon. And I'm not gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen, but I want you to be prepared for it. It's gonna be a very drastic change. I'm not gonna stop doing the show, but I want you guys to be ready. Just know that some shit is gonna go down. Now, don't be offended. Don't be mad. You'll see, and I think you guys are gonna like it. So, yeah, man. Life's great, and I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all next Sunday.